Hey Alex, I have to commentate AOR, so. Yeah. Hello everybody, and welcome to the United States Grand Prix of Season 12, round number 18 for the AOR PS4 Rookie League for F1 2016. Yes, it is. From the early season, it looked like Squizza was walking away with this championship after winning 4 in a row, however, him not winning a race in a long time, and now Falcon has been catching back up. Now he is equal to Squizza on wins. They both have 6. So this championship can come down to the wire. He ended up winning the last race as well, and Falcon on a move right now. He's won the last 3 races. Hope he's trying to make it his 4th in a row. So right now, from the looks of it, we will have 12 racers. So we will have 12 racers for this Grand Prix, and if they need anyone else, they'll probably just get me. And finally, Cam is on. Finally, Cam. We'll invite Cam to the race, because Cam is late as hell. There we go, Cam. So we're going to go through the driver's list. I don't think there's anyone else new for today, or this week, I mean. We have, of course, obviously, Denzamo, Washi, Pika Network. He was new last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago. Guy the Guy is back. Banana Josh, Flushy, Swam, Consenta. There's me and the commentating car. Falcon, Tuzma, Squizza, and Benko. Cam should join us in just a moment, so we will then have 13 people, because I'm the only one not racing unless they actually need me. So yes, we already have 6 viewers welcoming you to the circuit of the Americas here for the United States Grand Prix. And yes, it is home for me. Home where it reminds me of something that I don't want to be around. And why I say that, I'm not going to go into details, but obviously our president, I'd just rather stay away from this country. But I'm in the middle of it right now. So yes, we are here for the United States Grand Prix. Now, once they pick their cars, or their select of team, there will be 14 runners for the United States Grand Prix, and if I am correct, Washi did let me know. Cam said, I almost forgot in the chat. Don't forget, Cam, you're doing well in the points, but if I am correct, Washi has let me know that he cannot bring anyone else up from the Reserve League, because if you are wondering, I am pretty sure Pika Network, Guy the Guy, Tuzmuz, Benko, and yeah, a couple others in here are all from the Reserve League. People leaving midway through the season. I mean, I don't even see Dexter in here. Is he? No, Dexter isn't even in here. He shows up every week. And okay, now Xavier's here, so okay. So we'll have 15 people running today's United States Grand Prix. This track is basically in the first sector. We're going to go through it. The first sector has those S's. It definitely reminds me of Maggots and Beckett's back in Silverstone, but this track is way different. I mean, going through Maggots and Beckett's, for me, when I'm driving the car, you have a lot of grip going through each corner. Through this track, it may just be my setup, but when I go through it, it's not so rewarding. I mean, yes, if you do run wide, you do have asphalt to run off of, however, back at Maggots and Beckett's, the turns are a little more forgiving. They're not as sharp, and they're not as, oh, someone just messaged me about Dexter, but I think he's been kicked from the league. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what Swamcan said in the chat, but sorry to interrupt myself, but the S's, maybe even think of Japan. I mean, that's even a little more rewarding. But for the Circuit of the Americas, the S's in turn 1, they are wide, so you can maybe make it 2, 3 wide racing. That's going to be great, but there's not much grip. Like, once you move off the inside lane or the apex, there's going to be a lot of rubber off the track, and you'll even see that implemented into the game. If you just run on the outside, you can see that the rubber will get on your tires, and it will slow you down quite greatly. So obviously, Codemasters did a fantastic job on implementing that into the game. We have 15 runners for the United States Grand Prix, but I also forgot to mention the turns are even sharper in the first sector for the S's, so watch out for the first sector. Obviously, we're going to be in a pack for the first lap, and going through the S's, there are going to be crashes, and I can confirm that right now. So yes, qualifying will probably just be the same from what it has been last week. I mean, but then again, for this track, you're going to need to have your own custom United States setups. And I'm going to tell you this right now. There's not many tracks out there on this schedule that can work as an alternative to have a setup for. I mean, China, not a good idea. Brazil, not a good idea. I mean, there's lots of tracks on here that, if you have a setup for it, they would not work at this track. This track is mixed in a regular circuit, everyday circuit like Hungary, or it could be like something like Monaco in the third sector, or the S's again back at Japan or Silverstone where the S is there. So this track is a combination of all. It fits any racing style, and of course there are many tricky parts and interesting parts here at Circuit of the Americas, and looks like we are getting ready to go racing in just a couple minutes for qualifying. So as usual, short qualifying, 50% equal cars. Vehicle damage on full, and it looks like corner cutting will be on strict. I wonder the day when AOR will move to simulation damage. I'd love to see that. Probably in Tier 1 they have simulation damage, but for the time being, the AOR Rookie League. It's 3 o'clock for me, so I'm going to ready up. But yes, it looks like we are getting ready. We will have 15 runners for today's United States Grand Prix, and we are just moments away from qualifying session number 1, and only qualifying session for number 1 for the AOR Rookie League for the United States Grand Prix. And I think there are people trying to get in the lobby. Oh no, someone joined at the last minute. So we will have 16 runners. And there's Josh. Loves using the caps option, I believe, in the chat, if you see that now. And Swamcan is watching as well. Swamcan, if you're watching, just, I'll do harder. Swamcan, I know you're watching. Just let me know if you want to continue running in my league, because I do need the people as well. In fact, I think my league has more people for the AOR PS4 Rookie League. Cam. Damn it, hell. What did I do, Cam? But, yeah. So yes, we have 10 viewers. We're already 8 minutes in. We have 10 viewers and 3 comments. So yes, we are on air for the United States Grand Prix. It's Season 12, round number 18. The championship is winding down. After this, the schedule looks like it'll be yeah, that will be on the schedule. I said it in the wrong order. Crazier Fiddle joined. It was actually Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, and then Jose Carlos Pache, and then the Yas Marina circuit. 3 tracks left on the schedule. Who will win the Season 12 AOR Rookie League PS4 F1 Championship? We will find out. But first, we gotta get through this stupid qualifying session. We're gonna retire. Qualifying is boring, I'll tell you that much right now. In this game. Yeah, in real life, we'll make it as interesting as it is, because in real life, it isn't. I remember one time back in Bahrain earlier this season, I'm talking about real life, by the way. It was Nico Hulkenberg out on track for like 20 minutes. He was the only one out there. That's sort of a description how boring it is, but I can see a Sauber already out on track, and it's Pika Network, followed by the McLaren Honda of Josh. I was about to say Xavier, but come on, let me switch. There we go. And Josh is out on track here at the Circuit of the Americas. Let's take it on board and describe the first sector with these S's right away. You know, that's a little rewarding corner right there, and he's just going to pause it, because there we go. You know, why does he have to pause it when I'm trying to demonstrate something? 100% dry. Okay, that's the weather report from Cam. It will be dry for today's race, so take an onboard view of Benko, the little right-hand corner, slight, a little rewarding. Now through here, this is where I tend to lose a lot of grip. I'll slip inside off the corner. That's why there's a lot of asphalt here. Now this is the better part of the corner for me. To switch all the way to the right side, hop over that orange curve there. Not many people like to do that, but then you run wide here and gain momentum off the corner. And it's not about how much speed you carry into the corner, it's how much you carry off the corner here in AOR. Obviously, that's what gets you more speed. There are certain tricks I know to doing that in racing, and I've been doing that, and that's one of the reasons why I've been mainly consistent at certain tracks on the schedule. for other leagues I've ran on. Right now, a long backstraight on the back, which consists of the beginning of the second sector. It's going to create a lot of overtakes, especially with rich mix and DRS available, and since it'll be a dry race according to camp, especially a lot more overtakes will be done than in the wet, obviously, for obvious reasons. Then he doesn't even have to set a lap yet, and Falcon is the fastest, of course, because this game is rigged. Adible's in a Mercedes is second. So yeah, no one has really set a lap yet. The first one to be setting a lap will be Josh, I believe. Actually, no, it's Pika Network. Oh, locking. Oh, wow. Look at this battle under qualifying. I don't think they should be battling. Well, I eat a cupcake, and I'm going to watch them go through the S to see if anyone bottles it through the S's. They look like they go through the corners just fine, following each other out. Josh passed Pika Network in turn 1. Pika Network did lock up as well, so that's going to be a pretty slow lap, and his tires will be worn as well, so that's not good for Pika Network in the Sauber. Now coming downhill, entering the second sector right under the Rolex sign. He's got to find his braking marker. I'd say in the middle of the second and third braking marker sign that you have on the right side, or for us on the standpoint, the left-hand side. Now on the back straight for the DRS will be available for Josh. Sadly, he has no slipstreaming partner or a drafting partner down the straight. This could have helped him if he stayed with Pika Network, but then again, that would have held himself up. It only would have rewarded him down the straight. Now this is we're entering the third sector now, the tricky part of the track. Now, there's a lot of overtaking that can be done. Everyone usually runs wide to the high side to get momentum off the corner. Again, it's about the speed that you carry off the corner, but for overtakes in the races, people like to dive it to the inside and confirm the inside. That is what creates a lot of passes here at Circuit of the Americas, obviously in Austin, Texas. Look at that huge landmark here. And he paused it. Josh, why have you paused it? I'm not sure why Josh has paused it. We're going to the final corner now. Oh, I think he just paused for some reason, but that's, I think he invalidated his lap because it did not set anything on the board for Josh, and even if he didn't get pole, it still would have said how many seconds he was behind or off of pole. So for right now, Josh is out for another lap. Now he's got bumped down to 9th, and it did put in a time now. I think it was just a late reaction. We will go with someone else. If you guys have anyone you want to ride with, please put it down in the comments down below, and I will surely go to their on board and see how their qualifying result will be going. You can see the Force India coming up. A Flushy. I think that's Swamcan or Guy the Guy, I believe. It's Guy the Guy, yes. Locking up in the final corner off of it. A little oversteer, but he saves the car. That is a lap that he did set time on. So he's going to have a second chance at a flying lap unless if he decides to come in this lap. Locking up in the first corner. Wow. I mean, Guy the Guy's usually on pace. He's usually around Squiz's pace or a little bit slower around Benko. But for right now, Guy the Guy, he either invalidated his first lap and then has a lot of tire wear on his second lap, or if he didn't even set a second lap and he's on his third, that could be a different circumstance. But for Guy the Guy, he's off pace from what we usually see him. And oh, wow. I think that was a slag, but if that was real life, he did a good job saving that car. Yes, so we're going to move on to our next driver. Hopefully Guy the Guy can improve. On to Senta. We mentioned it back in Russia. There we go. Senta. Senta, why are you cheering yourself on? Or is that like someone else having your account for today while you're racing? I don't know. But, no, kudos to you. So Senta running for Renault. He had one surprise victory, and yeah, he's coming into the pits, but Senta having one surprise victory earlier this season. It was Bahrain Grand Prix. He hasn't won since, and I believe he hasn't gotten a podium since, and that was his only podium of the season. He's hoping he can have an outbreak later in this season. It's Team Senta, you are right. Yes, it is. Tell Senta I said hi and good luck for today's United States Grand Prix. Okay, so Squizza is, well, I think he just came into the pits because that was a Mercedes. A lot of people coming in and out of the pits. I think that is Xavier coming into the pits because McLaren Honda is at the end of the pit lane. Flushy slowing down. He's done with his lap. That's going to put him third on the board, and I believe Falcon is still out on the track. No, he is not, but he is 11th. He is 11th. The funny thing is, the top 11 are only separated by 8 tenths. 8 tenths. Actually, top 12. 8 tenths. So that will be something. Tuzmas coming to the final corner. Will his lap improve to a line? That is going to be nothing. So that must be a lap that he was coming to a flying lap, and that was his warm-up lap up through the first corner. This is one of my favorite corners. People say it's a hairpin, but for a hairpin, it has to be, you have to turn directly 180 and go the other way. So obviously, you know, if you look at Mexico, you have that sort of hairpin. It's less than 180, and it's technically called the Horquilla. Obviously not the hairpin or anything like that, but the Horquilla is a little less than 180, so it's technically not a hairpin. Same with that first corner at Circuit of the Americas. Something like Canada is a perfect hairpin, I would call it, because that is literally a perfect 180 degrees, except you take a little slight right-hand corner off the side of it. But there we go, another corner, just like the first corner. That's even less degrees than the first corner here. Down the long straight, DRS is open for Tuzmas. We'll check back with him after the lap. Flushy still trying to set another lap. Actually, no, he slowed down off the line. So yeah, this is his... Hello, where is Falcon? Flat out game. I wonder who you are. You're probably Falcon, but... H7 on Steve. I haven't seen this dude in a while. He's right now 11th and 6 seconds off. Wow. I said 2 minutes ago. Sorry, I hate interruptions, but yes, to the line. H7N Steven does not improve on his lap. 2 minutes ago, I was saying top 12 were only separated by 8 tenths. Now it's top 11 separated by 6 seconds. 6 seconds. That is a hefty number that nobody wants to have against their name. Now Squizza is 17th, but yes, we will check Falcon. I forgot to do that. I kept blabbing away, but he is not on track, so we'll just go to the race director, see where he is. And right now, it's a little surprising for the qualifying order right now. Falcon not even in the top 10. Falcon is in the pits, and I think he's coming out now because it just said he was in the garage. Came in a while ago. That was on the softs. With the super softs, I'll probably put him in the top 5 if he sets a better lap. I think the guy actually, yeah, he did improve, and Adables calls it quits. He thinks 6th place on the super softs will be good enough to hold out. We'll probably get jumped by a couple others. But yeah, it's Benko at the top. Second is Xavier. Xavier has improved on speed. I'll tell you, in the beginning of the season, he got 1 podium that he ran in my league. He won his 2nd race driving for my team, so I was really happy with that. And in AOR, he was definitely improving that McLaren Honda. So happy to see him improve, but also happy to see him back. 3rd is Flushy, like we said. He hasn't changed from the top 3 yet. 4th is Banana Josh. 5th is Guy the Guy. Now he's on super softs now, so he's probably going to improve on his lap, because just a minute ago he was on the softs. 6th is Adables. 7th is Swamcan. 8th is Pika Network. And 9th and 10th are Denzamo and Nawashi, the 2 teammates on the soft tire strategy, obviously. And Flushy now on the softs, trying to improve. I don't think he will. Flushy must be very happy with that lap. I think that's his best qualifying position yet this season, so I would definitely be satisfied with that. Down in 11th place is H7 and Steven. In the Scuderia Ferrari, obviously, he is still on track. We can check back with him in a moment. But down here, obviously, Renault not doing too good. Neither of them has set a lap yet. Actually, Senta did set a lap, but he came into the pits, and that was not a good lap at all. But obviously, if Cam never set a lap, I never set a lap, it must mean Senta never set a valid lap as well. Johnny Roper, haha. Yeah, there's probably something wrong with my mic, because it usually makes weird sounds. People tell me that as well, but probably not. You're probably just getting tired of me talking, but that's my job, so you're going to have to deal with it. Squid's not set a valid lap yet either. We're on board with him, I believe. Yes, it is. Flat Out Gaming. So yeah, Falcon should be on track now. Yeah, he's only 8 tenths off. Well, that makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. So now we're back with the top 13, 8 tenths. The timings are getting screwed up, because remember, top 12, like I said, it was separated by 6 seconds. Now top 13 separated by 8 tenths. Then Zamo retires from the qualifying session. So that's going to end it for him, and I think he calls it quits. He's satisfied with his top 10 so far, but Squizza to the line. Oh, the comment above me. Ah, okay. Okay. Johnny Rip. Oh, okay, it's Flat Out Gaming Michelangelo or something. Because, oh, and Squizza improves his lap. He's only 6/10 off the leader, and Squizza is second. Squizza hasn't won in a long time, and if you want me to look that up, I will in just a moment. Open up my laptop, because it should have been open. I'm a little inconsistent on that. Last time Squizza won was a German Grand Prix. That was 5 Grand Prix ago. Last time we got a podium was obviously, it was the Suzuka International Circuit, which was last race. So Squizza looking good to defend his championship lead. Right now it's a 40-point gap of what Falcon needs to make up. And you know, if Falcon wins the next few races, he will be within a race or two of Squizza. You know, I would love to see Falcon come back and make one of the biggest comebacks in racing I have ever seen. I remember a couple races ago, he had a 60-point deficit. I actually think it was 67, but 60-point deficit to Squizza. In the last 2 races, he made up 20 points. 20 points of Squizza, finishing well again, but it was Falcon that ended up winning. So, who knows? He could come back and win this championship. But early on in the season, it looked like Squizza would be the man. He ended up winning 4 races in a row. That'd be Russia, Spain, Monaco, and Canada. Then a third in Baku, following a couple bad results, then a couple more wins. But then off of Squizza, I believe, Falcon the Devil put a faster lap on those softs. Don't want to be biased. I'm usually biased against or towards Falcon. You know, it depends on what he does in the AOR races. But on the pole is Benko. Benko, I believe, only has 1 pole, if not none, in the AOR Rookie League. He's really fast. And nice to see him finally running faster than his 2 partners that he has to deal with in the races usually. Benko has not won a race yet. We've been waiting for him to win a race, but he started off with 3 podiums, and then after that were 3 DNFs, and then 2 DNSs, which were obviously did not start. So finally, Benko is back, and it looks like he can be in contention for today's United States Grand Prix. And if you were wondering, I'm going through it now. We have, oh well, there's some people on here that were deleted off the results page, like Dan P, but I'm looking at it now. There we have 1, 2... Yeah, we have 5 different winners this season, I believe, or... Yeah, 5 different winners. I remember Energy Zeus won on his debut, then won the following race, but after that only got second, a DNS, and third, and he hasn't, you know, kind of quit the league after that, and Squizza calls it quits, so he will not get the pole for today's United States Grand Prix, and so does Tuzma's. I think it's towards the end of qualifying, so you should see Cam out on track. Yes, you do, and I call it every single time. He's coming to his flying lap, I believe, the American. He's at his home Grand Prix, and so am I, but I'm not really happy to be here because, you know, America, look at all the problems it has today. So coming up the hill is Cam, entering the first corner. Again, like I mentioned, not a hairpin. It's more than, less than 180 degrees, so it technically cannot be a hairpin. But coming through the first sector, like I mentioned in the pre-race interviews, these S's are more trickier than Mackett's and Beckett's. You turn more wide, the track is more wide, so in the race, it's, yeah, you obviously have a better chance of making 2 or 3 wide racing in those corners. Obviously, more room in Mackett's and Beckett's. You can barely go 2 wide. Plus, the turns are more, I wouldn't say wide again, but I would say you have to turn in more, and the turns are more sharp. Obviously, if you do that back and forth, you can lose a lot of grip entering and exiting the corners. So obviously, that's going to put a lot of wear on the tires, and I think Squizza disconnected, so he's going to join back. But Cam on his flying lap now. No one else has mentioned anyone else to go to, so we're just going to stick with Cam until the end, because Cam is really consistent. Co calls it quits. And Swamcan did crash. He crashed under qualifying. You know, off the turn. A nice exit. Loses the rear end of the car as Cam. However, he saves it off the corner. Now, one of my least favorite parts of the track, a flat-out right-hand corner, and you can see the guy in the back through the first corner, which is a very fantastic camera angle. You know, that part of that camera's just in, that puts a lot of wear on those tires, and this track is known for tire wear, but still a lot. That's 6th place for Cam, 9/10 off the leader, which is Benko. Josh in 7th, not far back. Actually, kind of is far back. I mean, only one position, but that is 4/10 off, I believe. And then Squizzer retiring for the 2nd time, which is kind of rare because you can only retire once in a qualifying session. You can't come back to the track. Up the hill, Benko's teammate Flushy not running so well. In 10th place, he's keeping a solid top 10. Flushy, remember 5 minutes ago, he was in 3rd place. He was back out on track, trying to improve on his lap. Coming through the final corner is Flushy. And to the line, that will not improve. But he's also 1.9 seconds off the lead. Pika Network retires. By the way, in the chat, I don't think that's Tuzzlemuzz's channel. I remember I subscribed to him long ago, and it's that kind of, I think it's his real name, Leo Polcha. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but yeah, his YouTube channel, I believe, is his full name, so I don't think it's Tuzzlemuzz. Xavier has joined back after disconnecting multiple times. The Hungarian of Senta coming down the hill. I believe he's Hungarian along with Tuzzlemuzz. I'm looking at the standings right now in AOR, so if any of you have any questions, please ask me and I will be happily answer them. Senta trying to improve on his lap. Where is Tuz? Okay. Tuzzmuzz, where are you? Tuzzmuzz. Yeah, I don't, he's not on the track. The race director, Tuzzmuzz, looks to be 16th. He did not set a lap. Interesting. Interesting, to say the least. I'm gonna eat a cupcake while I'm waiting for this. Mmm. Yummy. Falcon retires from the session. Can Senta improve? Yes, he can. In 10th place, that bumps down Flushy. Can Guy the Guy improve? Lots of lockups in the 3rd sector now. In the street part of the track, I like to call it. Flat out right-hand corner. Final corner, but to the line. He did not improve. That was Xavier joined back. Qualifying results. Take a screenshot of that, put it in the chat, and I'll leave. Okay. Just gotta wait till they're under formation lap and we'll be good. Plug in my controller, it's almost dead. Shame on me for not charging it. Guy the Guy is 2nd, I believe. Yeah, he did definitely improve on his lap. Squizza back there in 5th behind Cam. Wow. Don't usually see that every day. Whoa, Swam Can. What are you doing, buddy? This is formation lap. for 2 seconds. We had a formation lap for 2 seconds, and you find a way to crash into someone, and 3 others do the same as well. Why is my car going? I'm kind of scared. Kind of scared. Got the guy number 92. Let us go through the custom helmets. Number 99, the green-black helmet of Benko. Second, 92, red, white, and blue for America. I don't think it is, but no, it's for the UK. I'm kidding. I got hit in the wall by Pico. Wow, okay. Falcon the Devil, number... I can't read that. I don't know. I'm going to say 99. I don't know. A plain white helmet with a little blue there reminds me of David Coulthard's helmet. Back and forth is Cam. That's a little Mercedes AMG Petronas helmet he has in my league. Number 24, Squizza. Number 44. Oh, yeah, he's probably... Well, he disconnected and left, so that's why he's not in his own car. Josh back here, or Xavier, I mean, can't get back in his car. Josh, number 28, yellow and black helmet. And Pika Network number 45 in the black and green helmet. Slam Cannon 9th, number 11, Checo Perez. 10th, Senta, Palmer. Number 26, the Kavi. Wait, what the? Why? I don't get this. He has Danny Kvyat's number. Oh, oh my god. I thought that was his custom helmet at first, because I was like, oh, it kind of looks like shit. Then Zamo, number 20, Gutierrez, Washi, Grosjean. Why don't people use their custom helmets? I'd love to see that. 13, here we go. Flushy's like, what? I'm sorry. No, Danny, I'll just say this now. Danny Kvyat's helmet looks like shit. And there's me in my Bumblebee helmet. I like it. Here we go, the 5 red lights are out and away we go for the United States Grand Prix. And it's a fantastic start for Guy the Guy. He's gonna go up the inside of the Scuderia, Toro Rosso. Oh, they make contact! They both go off! They're off into the gravel! And it's over! It might be over! There's a huge collision exiting turn 1. Oh my goodness me! I've never seen anything... Well, no, I have seen anything like that. And I cannot retire my car. That is fantastic. There's one thing I need to do, and I cannot retire my car. Safety car has come out. Finally, not for me. So that is good. So it'll give me time under safety car to retire. That was a hectic start. I have never seen anything like that off the first corner. I've obviously seen something like that in the final last lap. On the final lap, at Austria in 2016, but I've never seen anything like that in the first corner. Falcon was just an observer of that. He was sitting right there, and I was like, imagine if they made contact and went off the track. And next thing you know, they make contact, and they go off the track, and Falcon is your leader. This is really good for Falcon. I'm going to save that replay, because that's going to go to the stewards. For sure. If I'm correct, Guy the Guy got a fantastic start in turn 1, went below the Toro Rosso, locked up, and went into the wall. That's all I remember from it. So Falcon assumes the race lead. Cam assumes second place. Tuzma's up to third. Well, where the hell did Tuzma start? I thought he started in the back. Doesn't say. Oh yeah, it does say. Tuzma's from 16th on the grid. From 16th on the grid, he is up to third position in today's United States Grand Prix. Huge props to him. I'm gonna have to retire my car. Here we go. This is gonna be a little easy here. I'm just gonna... Oh, no, I'm kidding. I'll retire my car. I was like, I got to be in an AOR race for like 3 seconds. Okay, I wanted that title to my name. There we go. Well, while these guys are under safety car, I will get a drink, because my voice is dry, and we're under safety car is nothing to talk about, unless Falcon runs into the safety car, which I will not be surprised if he does. Okay, and we are back. Only a lap went by while I was gone. I got a drink, and I'm satisfied and went to the bathroom. TMI, already. So, it looks like, we're gonna have to check. Race director. One person in the top 10 pitted, it was Josh, and after that, everyone else outside of the top 10, besides Josh, pitted, except for H7 and Steven and I. Looks like the guy is still in the race. He has a human AI. So do I. Don't know why. Oh, yeah, because I DNF'd, that's why. So, going up the field, the guy's still in it. He went from 2nd place to 15th. That's sort of the opposite of what happened with Tuzma. He's started 16th, now he's up to 3rd. So, these guys had 2 notable stories so far in the United States Grand Prix in just 3 laps, and 2 of them which were under safety car. Don't worry if you were watching. I got the footage for the AOR stewards. I almost call them stewards. For the stewards. The first corner collision that happened between Guy and Benko. Benko, I believe, is back to 4th. He didn't suffer too much, but let's just say started first, collision half, and now he's back to 4th. That's what probably caused the safety car. Not the best way get taken out, especially on the first corner, the first lap. Don't worry. Stuff like that has happened to me before, even worse. Remember Canada, in my own league race. It's actually on my YouTube channel right now, so you want to check it out. The HRL Canadian Grand Prix Season 3. I start the race, 2 seconds in, I get hit off the side, I smash into the wall, and I'm out. Just like that, 2 seconds in. Or 4 seconds, I mean, but that's how my race went. Luckily, neither of those guys that made a collision in turn 1, they're still in this race, so they still have a shot to win. Not likely that they will win with the damage that they could have gotten in that collision, but luckily they're still in it and they have a chance to get points, and that's what matters because it can go down to your championship total. So we're under the 4th lap now, and 3rd lap under the safety car, or 3rd and a half, because the safety car came out in the middle of lap 1. And it's not Falcon who's leading. It's that Mercedes car who has been leading for the last 3 laps, and that safety car has led the most laps today so far. That will change once we go under racing. I mean, despite them going so slow, they still are not able to pass the safety car. You know I'm joking. Hopefully everyone knows I'm joking. But coming up through the hill, it's a fantastic camera angle with that landmark in the background that Circuit of the Americas does have. Falcon will be in the lead once the safety car comes off the track. And I feel like he will get past very easily. Not only is there a straight line speed that these two guys have in the top two, but Cam on the better tire compound. So he will be the one with the advantage over Falcon. One day I'm going to need a co-commentator in here because it sucks being by myself, I'll be honest. Remember I tried that with Josh, he just kept on interrupting me every time I said something. I know he's watching. Kudos to you, Josh. At least you tried. At least you tried. But everyone is slowing down now and they're separated from the safety car. So I assume we are going green or coming to it this lap. Yeah, look at the gap. Safety car is coming in this lap. And we will be ready to go racing yet again. Here we go, pace car. Oh, I call it pace car. Oh my god, I'm stupid me. Safety car. Oh wow, Josh and his internet, terrible. Here we go, final corner now. We are ready to go racing yet again. Keelan Redden, I'll be your commentator. Check AOR community. I do not know your PSN, but wow, that Sauber is definitely lagging into the first corner. That's Tesla. That's probably because he's from Hungary, or the Hungarian, I believe. Yeah. Already passing Cam in turn 1, and that put a gap between Falcon and the rest. Due to that pass, I would have waited on a straight, so, you know, wouldn't have lost time at all. But Tuzma is gaining quite fast on Falcon, and, you know, I'm quite surprised. I mean, I have raced against Falcon myself. Again, I mentioned every single race, but and every single time I mention it, you know, I have flashbacks of it too. First ever league race I ever did, 2 people in this race were in it. That was Cam and Tuzma. That's how I met both of them. That's one of the reasons why Cam runs in my league, and that's one of the reasons why I'm in AOR, obviously. Cam introduced me to AOR, the rookie league and stuff, made me as a commentator. I was happy, and this is my home. Everyone appreciates me, and I appreciate them back. And for Tuzma, first ever league race, this is a little introduction. First 2 seconds, I crashed into Cam, and then Tuzma ends up going to win. So those are 2 notables of the race right there. And Tuzma's, I know he's fast, but I didn't know he was this fast, because I know Falcon is usually in the top 10 for time trials. And Tuzma is gaining on Falcon, despite them being on the same tire compound. Falcon falling back to Tuzma's, and he's making that gap even less every lap. Oh, Keelan Redden, okay. Okay, I didn't see your PSN there for a second. My bad, I was reading too fast. Yeah, people told me that you're about phase and stuff. You're a fantastic commentator, even better than me, I'll be completely honest. In fact, I need a commentator for my own league, and it was, you know, a struggle when Tuzma's gained a lot of time through that corner, and now back in the S's. He needs to stay out of the dirty air, but at the same time, he needs to stay with Falcon to make this move work. Wow, a lot of lag here. He checked up because he lagged right near Falcon, probably on his screen. Falcon lagged for him. Now off the corner, that's not the correct apex, but coming down the hill now, Tuzma's trying to take Falcon. While Cam is just watching this unwind right in front of him, and fourth is Crazier Fiddle. Wow, forgot to mention, nice return to see Crazier Fiddle back to the track. You know, back in that Ferrari seat. So happy, not in the Ferrari seat. Originally in the beginning of the season, he was with the Red Bull. Now he's back in AOR, but with a Scuderia Ferrari and waddles his spot. So that is nice to see him back as well. But we just missed nothing. I was about to say a good battle, but nothing happened down the straight. Tuzma just needs to make up a little bit of time, so when he gets back on that straight, or the front straight, I mean this lap, he will be close enough where he can make a move entering turn 1, but I don't think he has the gap necessary to the time within him to make it. Hopping over the orange curb there, the sausage cone. Not the sausage cone, but I like to call it that. A lot of terms are a little screwed up. Wow, Falcon went wide, and so did Tuzmaz. If Tuzmaz didn't go wide, he could have gained a little bit more time, just enough where he could have made the overtake. And he's looking there. He knew he could not make it, had to fall back in line. Those two took two different racing lines into the first corner. It was rewarding for Tuzmaz. He gained back a little bit of time. Going through the S's, I feel like Falcon is the one who is faster in the S's, and the exit is superior for Falcon. Gains a lot of time off the S's. Now they're separated right there. Just a couple seconds ago entering the first corner, even before that, they were with each other off the S's. It is Falcon is the one that pulls away, so Falcon definitely knows what to do coming off those S's, so props to him, and he's going to use that to his advantage every single lap. Now Tuzmaz down the straight. DRS is open, as you can see by the flap. Even with DRS and Rich Mix, he cannot catch Falcon down the straight. Johnny Roper says, where is Squizza? We will check back with Squizza. Oh, wow, 3 wide. We missed a 3 wide battle. Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, and Swamcan saves it. He's going to hit Benko, and Swamcan spins into the wall. Johnny Roper, thank you so much for mentioning Squizza. We just saw a 3 wide battle. Oh, and Squizza gets cut off by Josh there, I believe, or Xavier, one of them. I don't think Xavier, that has to be Xavier, because that's Jensen Button right there. Yes, it is. Luckily, Xavier was back. But that 3 wide battle, thank you so much, Johnny Roper, for mentioning him. Oh, and Xavier trying to set up the pass on the Toro Rosso. They make contact. Off the quarter, they're going to keep it clean. And on Flushy, the Danny Kvyat helmet. Up the straight now. This is where the racing is at, for the midfield positions. Obviously, Squizza does not want to be back here while Falcon is having a fantastic second half of the season. And Squizza barely hang on to 6th. He gets passed by 2 Toro Rossos in one corner. Oh, that fantastic camera angle. I'm going to have to save that replay, too. This race definitely does deserve a recap, and I'm going to take the time to do it later on. There we go, start recording now. You know, I only like to do recaps for AOR races that I purely enjoy. I only have done one this season. Obviously, Monaco and Singapore and Japan were great. Well, I wasn't there for them. That's why there was nothing for that. Already, Circuit d'America has been a fantastic race. You don't usually see that in real life, honestly, in my opinion, but down the straight now, Benko trying to get the slipstream of Squizza. I would usually say Adibles, because Adibles is a midfield runner. However, I don't even see Adibles here. It feels like they switch positions. And then Adibles had a failure. Here we go, side by side, Benko and Squizza. Great friends. He's going to close the gap on him. He's still going to be side by side. He's going to use that inside lane to the advantage right here. Squizza dives it down to the inside. They're going to do the switch back while the safety car is out. Benko, that did not work. Squizza gets off lucky, and the second safety car of the race comes out, and no one retired for that incident. Huge break for the race leader. That will allow him to pit, which is Falcon. Tuzmaz has a different idea. He stays out on track. The Hungarian has a different idea than Falcon in mind, and he's going to use the best of it. And Keelan Redden. During the safety car time, I will use this time to an advantage to friend you on PS4. So, hold on a second. So it's MLG_. There you go. There we go. I had to redo that, or else I wouldn't have gotten footage at all. So far in America, 9 laps, in only 9 laps, we have seen so many fantastic battles and 2 safety cars. This race is not over yet. I'm telling you, hold on to your hats, America, because we're not done with this race just yet. Obviously, in America, F1 has been a blatant subject over the last decade, I will say so myself. Obviously, team orders back, I believe, in 2002. Obviously, Austria 2002 had team orders, I believe. Then a fantastic finish with the Scuderia Ferraris. Team orders, I believe, as well later on. The 2005 U.S. Grand Prix was not the best one. Obviously, a 6-car race. And it only saw Narain Karthikeyan's only points finish, obviously, because 6 runners. Back at the time, 6 people got points, so they were kind of lucky. Later on, it was then the top 8, now it's the top 10. Crazier fiddle now in second, but obviously, United States Grand Prix has been a blatant figure. Obviously, even before that, you had places like Caesar's Palace, in Detroit, and then there were places like the U.S. Grand Prix West, U.S. Grand Prix East, or the just United States Grand Prix. A lot of tracks, and if you did not know this, here's a fact or tidbit for you right now. The United States Grand Prix has been held at the most different tracks. When I say that, I mean the United States Grand Prix has been held at so many different tracks. It has switched events so many times. I believe it's around 15, 16. I remember it had Long Beach. It had Caesar's Palace. It had Detroit. It had Phoenix. Remember that voted by F1 favorite United States Grand Prix. That was Phoenix when it was Jean Alesi and Ayrton Senna battling for the lead, and that's a race where Senna got the respect of Alesi. But yeah, so many different tracks, and then it was Indianapolis for the final stretch, and now it's the Circuit of the Americas, and hopefully for a long while yet, because today's AOR United States Grand Prix has been a good one. Remember, if you guys remember Caesar's Palace, I believe that was a parking lot in Las Vegas, one of the casinos. The only reason why I remember Caesar's Palace, because that is where Keke Rosberg won his 1982 championship by just winning 1 race that season. One of my favorite F1 seasons ever, 11 different winners and the top 11 in points. So that's something I want you guys to look up, do whatever in your own free time. One of my favorite Formula 1 seasons. I recommend it if you guys watch it on YouTube. A fantastic season. I'm not going to stop talking about it, but obviously Falcon the Devil back in 3rd, so the safety car did benefit him. He might be trying to make one more stop or maybe just finish the race on this tire compound. Putting on the hardest tire compound available, I believe. The super softs are available. Maybe the hards, I don't know. Obviously, he can make one more stop, but then again, have you seen the stuff that has gone on in this race? There could be one more safety car where he could conserve his tires or pit one more time. That's why I've mentioned that. Sento, what do you mean by that question? So I'm trying to finish my drink here. If you heard any of that. After this, I have a lot of reports and homework to do. So, I was hoping that we would have no safety cars this race, but we already have 2. The safety cars actually would have given me time to start homework, but I am unreliable and haven't even started it yet. It's due tomorrow morning. I don't even get a late arrival, which I usually get. Kevin Kanan says, I was running 5th, and then now I am last. If that MLG Kiwi person was still watching, I'm not sure if that's your YouTube channel or not. Actually, I should check my live stream and go to it, but, I would love to see what your commentary is like, honestly. So I would love to have someone from my league and co-commentate this with me as well. Guys, if you are new to the live stream, and I think the safety car is coming in, isn't it? Safety car is coming in this lap. Off the final corner, we are set to go racing yet again here at Circuit America's. A fantastic start for Tuzmos, but not yet. Crazier Fiddle lagging back and forth in place. Washi now is retired from the session. Retired from the session is Washi. Right after the safety car comes in. So now coming through the S's, now it's Tuzmos who takes over the race lead. And not yet. Oh, by the way, there's myself in the comments. So if you want to subscribe to the AOR channel, it's right there. Keelan Redden. Okay. But yes, down the straight now. DRS obviously is not available. Every effing race you hit me, Joshua. And I believe the lag has a factor to play in this incident between Washi, obviously, because it involves Josh, no offense. But it's Tuzmos keeping it defensive in those softs he has on right now, those yellow wall tires. Behind is Falcon the Devil, keeping a consistent gap, not gaining or losing time, but just keeping the gap of what it needs to be. He should have pitted with Falcon. Would have been a fantastic idea, but Tuzmos believes that he can stay out and still get an advantage over Falcon. My game froze. My game froze. Hello. My game froze. Well, I'm probably have to cut this off, make 2 parts, but yeah. We'll end this stream and I'll make a new one. I am not too happy with my game right now.